Good morning, everyone. I'll be teaching you land banking and I'll be explaining diversity of land banking, why is land banking necessary, the benefits, and I'll be taking you keys to be considering while venturing into land banking. And the last one is, why should we invest in Sapman Homes Real Estate? So I will go by land banking is buying a piece of land in an undeveloped area with the expectation that its value will appreciate over time. The idea is to hold on to a land for a longer period. Sometimes it takes years or decades until the surrounding develop and the land become more valuable. That is what land banking is. You're buying a piece of land in a place that is not yet developed. And when we are talking about land banking, it's not something that yields fruits immediately. It takes longer time. It may take years, it may take decades. But what we are holding on to is its appreciation at a long period of time. Now we are going to look at the benefits of land banking. What are the benefits you are expected to have when you ventured into land banking? Then number one is potential long-term appreciation. Potential long-term appreciation. Now, when you venture into land banking, what you should be expecting is long-term appreciation. Now, land value tends to increase over time, especially in areas with growing population or urbanization. Think of it like holding onto a golden ticket. Now, when you venture into land, you are expected that at a period of time, the land should give you a value you should hold on to. Now, when you venture 1 million into a landed property, in the next 2 to 3 years or 5 years, you are expected to have triple of what you invested on the land. So number two, we are looking at tangible assets. Tangible assets. Land is a physical asset that has to depreciate. You can touch it, see it, feel it, it's real, you know it. Now, tangible assets. What they are trying to say is that land is not something that is invisible, it's not on air. It's something that you can see it for yourself. Something you are investing in, it's something you can hold on to. You can see it for yourself. There are some things you can get, you can't see it. Like it's not seeable. But land is something that you can see. You're buying it, you're seeing it on the ground that okay, this is what I'm buying. It's not something that is invisible to you. Then number three is low maintenance. Low maintenance. Unlike other investment, land does not require much upkeep. Just sit back, relax, and watch your land grow in value. Now, what they are trying to say is that land banking does not require much maintenance. Now, you can buy a property in an undeveloped place. It does not require you to go and be clearing the place constantly. It does not require you to go and maybe invest your millions to take care of the land. Once you invest on that property, it's just for you to fold your hands and cross your leg, and you just keep waiting for that land to appreciate over time. It does not require much finances for you to invest in land banking. Those are the benefits. Then potential for rental income. Now, if you are not looking into sale, you can lease your land to farmers, builders, or other investors. Now, this is one of the benefits. Now, when you ventured into land banking, there are so many benefits you gain. Number one is potential long appreciation. Number two is tangible asset. That means you can feel the land, you can touch it. It's not something that is invisible. There is low maintenance when you invest on land banking. Then potential for rent. That means that when you invest on that land banking now, you can rent out the land to somebody, and at the end of the day, apart from that appreciation that you will get later at the long run, there is other income that will still come into your pocket, because when you rent out the land to somebody to use for farming, now the person will have to pay you. You didn't just do it for the person for free. The person will pay you for making use of that your land, for engaging that your land for farming. So meaning that you are having double value. The long value, the long-term value you are going to get at the latter run, then the short-term value, because when the person is involving in your land, he or she is going to pay you. Then number 5, we have environmental benefits. Now, land banking helps preserve natural habitats and ecosystem, good for planet. Now, there are some land that, for example, now maybe you buy, I'm not talking about real estate entirely now, I'm talking about generally land banking. There are some places you can buy a landed property for, and you now, like, maybe there are some, maybe the place now is now suitable maybe for habitation or garden. Now they can easily rent that place. Maybe you are not selling it up, they can easily rent that place for you. Now, okay, this place is suitable for garden, please can we rent it out from you, and all those things. And from there you can still have another value from it, apart from the long-term value. Now we are going to also look at the key consideration when venturing into land banking. Key consideration when venturing into land banking. But before the key consideration, I'm going to talk about, when you are venturing into something, there are disadvantage and also advantage, so that when you are going into it, you should be able to know that this thing I'm going into is not just only the advantage I'm having. There are some other disadvantage I should be expecting. It's just like you are buying properties from us now. There are other things, there are other considerations you should also be looking at, not just for the value that you are going to achieve at the long run. So now we are going to quickly look at maybe like 2 or 3 challenges you should be expecting when venturing into land banking. Number 1 is illiquidity. Land is a illiquid asset, meaning it can take time to sell and access your fund. You're gonna be patient. Yes, when you venture into land banking, it's not something that you can have sharp money from it. No, if you venture into land banking, if you are expecting to gain money from it sharp, that means you're not expected to involve yourself in land banking. It's something that it takes longer time. You should be expecting that it might take years, just as I say from the definition, it might take years. But just bear it in mind that land does not depreciate. It always appreciates, irrespective of how the timing is. It always appreciates. That is one of the challenges or disadvantage when you have. It does not give you that quick money like MMN. You put 15,000, in the next 2 minutes you are expected to get 20,000. If you're thinking like that in land banking, you better park one side. It's not for you. Land banking is not for you. It takes longer time, but I bet you that it always appreciates. Then number 2 you should be looking at when venturing into land banking is environmental concern. Land can be contaminated with environmental hazard, which can affect its value or even lead to costly clean-up efforts. You don't want any hasty surprises. Yes, when you are venturing into land banking, you should also look at the environment that you are buying, because I'm teaching this topic generally, not just on real estate. Now, if you want to do land banking, you should look at the environment. You consider the environment you're buying the land for, so that you will not make huge expenses when you are banking into land banking. Then number 2 is location risks. The location of your land can greatly impact its value. You're gonna do your research and choose wisely. Yes, when you want to venture into land, you have to look at the locations you're buying land. You have to look at the locations, look at what are the necessary development that will take place in the next 2-3 years to come before you venture into land banking. I think I'll stop in that for the disadvantage. Now we are going to look at the key consideration when venturing into land banking. What are the things you need to consider before you ventured into land banking? Number 1 is zoning and land use. zoning and land use. Understanding the zoning laws and land use regulations in the area ensure the land can be used for intended purpose. Yes. So when you are venturing into land banking, most times consider the zoning and the purpose of that land. Don't go and buy land that is meant for industrial and you say you want to build residential. At the long run, you have problem with developmental control. They won't allow you. A land that is meant for residential cannot be built for industrial, and a land that is meant for industrial cannot be built for residential. So always consider that before venturing into land banking. Then number 2, accessibility and infrastructure. Consider the accessibility of the land, including roads, utility and other infrastructures. Yes, when you are venturing into land banking, consider the infrastructures in that area. Choose a location that within 2 to 3 years you see that there will be huge return on investment. Now that Sapman Homes Treasure Court estate is in a very good location that in fact within an interval of 2 years, people that came into that landed property, they know what they've gained, that is the return on investment they've achieved just within a short period of 2 years. Why? Because the estate is located in a strategic places. The place is located in a place that the infrastructure there is growing rapidly and all that. So always choose accessibility and infrastructural locations when venturing into land banking. Then number 3, title and ownership. Ensure clear title and ownership of the land. Work with reputable sellers and lawyers to avoid any disputes. Now when you want to venture into land banking, make sure that you involve yourself with somebody that you know that is of high reputation, that this person will not sell a fake property to me. Make sure when you want to venture into land property, make sure you do your necessary findings to venture into it. You will not buy a wrong properties. Make sure that all the things you needed to know for you to venture in, you need to know them before buying the properties. Then number 4 is environmental factors. Assess the environmental risks associated with the land, such as flood zone, wetland or other hazards. Like I think I've repeated this before. Now when you want to venture into land banking, always look at the environment. And if you're not good in buying land, ask questions. Meet people that are already venturing into landed properties so that they'll put you through. So that somebody will not just come and give you land and say, this place is very nice. You now with your eyes, you don't even know anything about land, you just went to buy it. Believe me, if you go and buy land in a Fadama area, that land will stay there for decades. You will not see who to buy it. And at the end of the day, instead of you to be waiting for return of value, you will just be getting angry. So when you want to venture into land, look at the environmental factors. If you don't know things about land, ask. Let those maybe surveyor to help you check if the land is a waterlogged area or if the land is in a dry land area. You also have to check. Then you also have to check some of those environmental factors, because if you go and buy properties where there is an industries and maybe that properties was supposed to be a residential area, because at times some properties used to be closer to industrial. Most times people will tend not to buy that properties from you at the long run. It will take time because people will not want to live or reside in an environment that it will be too noisy. So always check some of those factors before venturing into land banking. Now we are going to look at the last point. Why should we do land banking with Sapman Homes Real Estate? This one is very, very necessary. Why should we now? It now has to do this particular question now is just like what make Chapman Home an outstanding estate for an individual to bank with us, to do land banking with us. That is what this question is trying to ask us now. Then number one, from the answer I'm going to give, number one is affordability. Affordability. Why should we invest with Chapman Homes Real Estate? Number one is affordability. We all know that most of Chapman Homes properties, they are always affordable. They are always affordable in such a way that irrespective of the income that you are earning, whether low income earner, middle or higher, you should be able to invest with Chapman Homes Real Estate, because we have diversity of properties according to your range of income. Now, like our Emirate Park, people with low income earners can invest with us. Then our Treasure Court and Econ Estate, people with high income earners can invest with us. So that is one of the basic reasons why anyone should invest with Chapman Home. Affordability. That is, irrespective of how low your income is, you can as well get a property to bank with us. Then number two, high return on investments. Now, I believe as of when Brooklyn Boulevard started its selling, Brooklyn Boulevard started as low as 200 and something. 200 and something. Now, just within an interval of 1 year plus is 1.1 million. You can see the high return of investment. So that is the reason why anyone should bank with Chapman Homes. We have one, affordability, irrespective of how your income is, you can bank with us. Then number two, high return on investment, meaning within a shorter period of time, the land that you bought at a low price can triple on high return on investment. Then the number 3 point why anyone should bank with us is low maintenance. Now, in Chapman Homes, when you bank with us, you don't have any other expenses to make, or maybe taking somebody to go and clear the grass, taking somebody to go and be helping you to be looking at the properties. No, there is no other expenses that comes after banking with us. You only just to fold your leg, sit down and wait for the huge return. There is no other expenses involved when you bank with us. When you just buy the properties from us, you only just to sit down and just watch how your money will keep growing with us. And I believe with these few points of mine that I'm able to expatiate on land banking, I believe it will be of useful to every one of us, and to those that is listening to me. Thank you very much.